Hello everyone, I am so excited about today's video because I'm going to be reading the entire The Summer I Turned Pretty series for the first time and all in one day. And I'm so in the mood for this because I just finished watching the show last night and I loved it. I feel like it's been so long since I've fell in love with a really fun teen show like that, and I just had the little best time. I watched it with my sister Penny and we just had a blast, and honestly, tears, laughter, butterflies, everything. I just think it's such a fun show and I'm really in the mood for that kind of YA contemporary vibe, which I haven't been in the mood for in ages. So this is really exciting and I can't wait to read the entire series, and I can't wait to see how the story goes because obviously the first season is just for the first book and I don't know what's gonna happen in books 2 and 3. So very exciting. So I'm basically going to keep this video spoiler free in the beginning, and then I'll let you know when I start to talk about spoilers. But obviously those who haven't watched the show or haven't read the books, I want you to be able to have fun for a while. But I definitely recommend it. Well, I don't know about the books yet, obviously I'll let you know, but I definitely recommend the show. It's just peak happiness, young people having fun, and I really love it because Jenny Han said that she made lots of changes to the books for the show to make it more diverse and inclusive. So Belly, the main character, is biracial. She's Korean and white like me, so I absolutely, connect to that. Jeremiah, who is one of the brothers and one of the love interests, he's bisexual in the show, but I don't think he's bisexual in the books.
No, I'm just equal opportunity.
And yeah, I just really appreciate those changes because these books were written quite a while ago. Actually, let me look it up. Oh my god, 2009. Yeah, okay, so they're definitely quite old. So to be honest, I'm a little hesitant about how much I'm going to enjoy the books because, yeah, it was published in 2009. It's probably going to be a more bland version of the show. I don't think I'm going to love it as much as the show, but I'm still really excited about it. I'm still expecting just a fun time, And I'm going to Bali soon, so I'm excited for the summer vibes so I can get hyped for Bali. So I'm going to be reading on my Kindle. I have the 3 books in one collection. So the first book is The Summer I Turned Pretty, the second book is It's Not Summer Without You, and the third book is We'll Always Have Summer. Okay, so I'm just gonna spend the entire day reading the books and I could not be more excited. So before I get into the books, I definitely want to give you some of my general non-spoiler thoughts on this show. Absolutely love the characters. I love how Billy has an older brother because I also have an older brother, so I just really related to their dynamic. And then I also loved obviously Conrad and Jeremiah, and this is actually the first time I'm not super passionate about one person in the love triangle, because when it comes to love triangles I'm usually very passionate and I'm usually I'm team this person and these are all the reasons why this is the correct option. But with this, there's obviously team Conrad, team Jeremiah. And in the beginning, when I first started watching the first few episodes, I was like, oh my god, Conrad's so annoying. I'm so over the classic brooding, oh my god, no one talk to me teenager sort of thing. So I kind of was like, Conrad's annoying me. I'm team Jeremiah. He's such a ball of sunshine. Love him. But as the series went on, I was starting to be like, oh, but Conrad, and then they do have something, and then Jeremiah's also a cutie, but I just don't know if I fully feel the connection between them, and it was just very conflicting. So overall, I've decided I'm team Conrad, but I actually love them both and I'm I can see her with both people. So this is the first time that's ever happened. So honestly, reading books 2 and 3, I could change to team Jeremiah, you just never know. But I actually posted on my Instagram story and asked are you team Jeremiah, team Conrad? At the moment, 64% of people are team Conrad, and I definitely assumed that Conrad would be the more popular option. Oh, you're wondering where my phone case is from? It's actually from Casetify, who are sponsoring this video. I absolutely love Casetify and they have sent me so many cute phone cases that I love to wear, and I love to choose which phone case I'm vibing with for the day or for the outfit. So this is my current one. This is a really cute little bunny one and it says Bubble Bath Day. It is literally the cutest thing, and honestly, having a fun phone case brings so much happiness to my day because obviously I have my phone with me all the time. Being able to look at my case and be like, thank you for the happiness. It's quite stunning. Casetify have so many stunning designs to choose from. So they have lots of curated prints, but they also allow you to customize your own phone case. So you can choose the font, the layout, the colors, obviously. It's really fun to design your own case. And the case that I most recently designed on Casetify is this one. That is a really nice black mirror one that says chase the light. And this is in reference to one of my favorite quotes, which I will put on the screen. But yeah, I just love it a lot, and I love having like a quote on my phone case because it's just a nice reminder. Some other recent cases I got from them are these ones. They are so freaking cute. Lots of bunny designs in case to buy at the moment, and I am obsessed. I love my bunnies and they are so cute and just bring so much happiness to me. Like this one saying go away, I'm busy, with the laptop and the bunny drawing. I just can't. And the colors on this one, I also love that I can feel safe with my phone in a case-to-buy case because I drop my phone a lot, but I don't need to worry about dropping my phone in the case-to-buy case because case-to-buy cases actually offer drop protection at up to 9.8 feet. And I can definitely say that I've dropped my phone a lot with the case-to-buy cases and my phone remains intact. Oh my god, literally just dropped my phone just right then.
That was not staged, guys.
It actually wasn't. The cases also feature Defensify, which is an antimicrobial coating that kills 99% of bacteria. And the new Impact and Ultra Impact cases are also made of 65% recycled and plant-based materials. So they are very big on sustainability, which I really appreciate. I've been a fan of Casetify for years. They are a great gift for friends and family, especially because you can customize them. And they've given me a discount code that you guys can use. So if you want to get your own Casetify case for yourself or for friends and family, you can go to casetify.com/bookswithchloe to save 15% off your entire order. So thank you so much to Casetify for my stunning cases and for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into my thoughts for the show. Loved the soundtrack. They had so many fun songs. When you got me feel some type of way, this is yeah.
No, please don't play the Billie Eilish song. Oh.
Just the vibes in general, like they just killed it. And I loved the little Jenny Han cameo because obviously Jenny Han wrote the books, so there was a little cameo of her in the last episode, which was really fun. And it's just one of those shows that have you screaming, crying, and those are my favorite shows, the ones that evoke a lot of emotion.
Oh no! Oh god, I actually don't want this. I don't want this! Please!
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
Please! Stop texting me.
Yes! And I am just so invested in these characters now, and like I said, just can't wait to see what happens. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started, and obviously I'll let you know once I talk about spoilers and stuff. But obviously starting with the first book, The Summer Turned Pretty. The dedication is to all the important sister women in my life, and most especially Claire. And I forgot to say that I also loved the friendship between Susanna and Laurel. They are such cuties, and I just love seeing adult female friendships that are really close because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of rare to see, especially in TV shows. So that was super nice. I love them, and a lot of the time I don't care about like the adults in teen shows, but I love them. Although I didn't really care about like the romantic adult stuff but loved the female friendship between them. I say, I can't believe you're really here. He sounds almost shy when he says, me neither. And then he hesitates. Are you still coming with me? I can't believe he even has to ask. I would go anywhere. Yes, I tell him. It feels like nothing else exists outside of that word, this moment. There's just us. Everything that happened this past summer and every summer before it has all led up to this, to now. Oh, how fun! Sorry, but these are original covers. Absolutely not. Okay, so I just read the first chapter and already the vibes are very similar to the show, so that's really fun. The characters have been established very quickly. It says Jeremiah Fisher was too busy having fun to ever be embarrassed, which is what I love about him. And then obviously talking about Conrad being like alone and like he plays the guitar apparently. He didn't really do that in the show, I don't think, but that's stunning. And then really cute, so she goes to the house for the summer and this is when she's like all different and stuff. And then it says he smiled at me, and that smile he just gets in. He smiles at it every time. And then he's like, I think you got a few new ones, tapping me on the nose, talking about our freckles. Just cutie. And I really hope these vibes continue, just like the fun, light summer romance vibes. I am a bit nervous because I posted on my story how I was reading them and quite a few people replied saying that they think I'm gonna hate the books, so I'm nervous. But like I said, I don't expect to absolutely love them, but I'm just here for a fun time. So yeah, I'm really excited about my thoughts on these. Oh my god, Belly has this really cute polar bear with glasses and a scarf that she loves, and I just found out that Conrad won it for her when they were younger. I just got to the "what will you give me if I do" line.
What do you give me if I do?
Jenny Han, I know what you're doing. I'm 10% through and I am loving it. Like, I don't really feel the desire to read YA much anymore, especially YA contemporary, just because a lot of the time when I read it these days, or when I've tried to read it, I feel like I'm just too old and I can't like relate anymore, and I'm just kind of like, no offense, I just want to read more mature books. But I'm having a rare moment where instead of feeling that way towards this book, I'm actually feeling kind of like transported back to when I was like 16, and I feel like I'm 16 reading this and I'm just like having the best time. There's honestly a really special quality to this book and the writing so far. It definitely just has like that fun, magical, let's escape the world and be in our summer bubble vibe, you know? And actually so far I've noticed that a huge difference between this and the show is that Jeremiah is definitely more of a possible love interest in the book, because I feel like in the show, like, she's so obsessed with Conrad from the beginning and Jeremiah is like not really an actual option in the love triangle. Like, the only reason I knew it was a love triangle is because people talked about it, but if I watched the first few episodes I wouldn't even think that Jeremiah was an option. But in the book it's definitely more of like a, oh, is it going to be Conrad or Jeremiah sort of thing. Yeah, it's so fun. So Belly's best friend Taylor, she really got on my nerves in the show. I sort of ended up liking her in the end, but she's still definitely not my favorite. But she's even more annoying in the book. I'm on chapter 23 and Stephen, who is Belly's older brother, is like not even there. Like, he went to some college thing and he's gone for ages, so I think he's not going to be in like the rest of the book. What's that about? In the show he's there the whole time, which I love. Like, he actually makes me laugh so much. I love Stephen. Penny and I would crack up at his scenes, like just his energy. Just love him. Anyway, but Cam is in it, which I wasn't really expecting because he kind of felt random in this show. Cam, honestly, like, I felt bad for him. But yeah, he's in it. But he's like annoying in this. Like, I feel like he's like a sweetheart in the show, but he's kind of like pretentious vibes in the book. I'm on chapter 28 and the R slur was used, so hate to see that. And then Taylor was like, don't be so gay, and then I was obviously like, ew. But then Jeremiah says you shouldn't use the word gay like that. Gay doesn't mean lame. And I'm just like, exactly, Jeremiah. Especially guys, I feel like never call people out when they say something gross. Jeremiah definitely gets some points for that, even though that's kind of like the bare minimum. Unfortunately, the bar is in hell for guys, but thank you, Jeremiah. And Cam says how Conrad looks at Billy a certain way, and I'm just like, see, it's such a tough one. It's such a tough one. Like, I love them both and I'm so terrified of one of the brothers getting hurt. I just don't know how books 2 and 3 are gonna play out, even though I'm still on book 1, but you know, just like, oh my goodness. Okay. I think I'm going to have to talk about spoilers now, so if you don't want to be spoiled, goodbye. And also I'll try to put timestamps for like when I'm talking about spoilers for each book and stuff. But anyway, book 1, chapter 28. This is when Belly is 14 and I think this is when they have their first kiss. So basically they're playing truth or dare. Taylor dares Jeremiah to kiss somebody in this room and then he's like, easy, and then Taylor thinks he's gonna go for her, but he goes up to Belly and he's like, ready? Cute, cute, cute. And that was Belly's first kiss. Oh, but she's kind of sad about it actually. She's like, I can't believe Jeremiah stole my first kiss. Oh. Ew, Taylor is so annoying. She's like, I forgive you, Belly. And Belly's like, what the hell? Like, she's the one who should be apologizing. Yeah, Taylor's so annoying. She's like, Belly, if you swim too much, you'll get those broad swimmer's shoulders. Like, relax. Okay, so I'm on chapter 29 and I just realized, I don't know if the debutante ball is happening because it hasn't been mentioned at all. So maybe it'll happen like at the end or in book 2 or something. But also at age 14, that is when Taylor comes to the summer house and then she kisses Stephen. In the show, obviously, Stephen is with that girl, Shayla, I believe her name is. And I actually like her. I don't think she's in this. Billy's in the car with Cam and he's like, can I kiss you? And then she's like, ugh, fine, but like, don't ask next time. And she's like so pissed that he asked her and she's like, you're supposed to just do it. And I know this was written a while ago, but like, obviously it's cute when someone asks for consent. Honestly, Belly is kind of annoying in the book at times. In the show, I didn't find her annoying at all, because even when she was like a bit frustrating, I was like, okay, well, she is like 15/16. Hello, so I am actually on FaceTime with Caitlin now, and she mentioned that she saw a TikTok. This person is explaining why they are Team Conrad. So not only did he keep his mum's cancer to himself because he didn't want it to be true for anyone else, he let the love of his life choose his brother because he knew he couldn't be emotionally available for her at the time. Jeremiah only wanted Belly when he saw her and Conrad getting close again. He hasn't always liked her, or he would have done something when she was with Cam. It was only with Conrad. Conrad has always wanted her, but didn't think he was ever in the right space to be her special one, which is definitely a good point. And literally as soon as I heard that, I started reading the book, and this is when Belly's with Cam. Jeremiah's like, I don't think Cam's the one for you. You've always been my best friend, but now it's more, I see you as more than that. So that's interesting, but then it's also a good point that it seems like he's only into Belly when other people are into her, sort of thing. I just kept reading on. So he's literally saying like, yeah, like, I like you basically. And she's like, this is Jeremiah, my buddy, my best pal. Oh yeah, see, she's like, there's only one person for me, that person was Conrad. See, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like it definitely feels forced with her and Jeremiah. In the show, it definitely felt that way. And in the book, it's definitely feeling like that as well. Like, because obviously she's just always been obsessed with Conrad, and like I don't know. I really like Jeremiah as a person, but them together as, it's probably not the vibe. Ew! Jeremiah's like, I know you've always liked Conrad, but you're over him now, right? And then she's like, I don't know. And then he's like, but why? He doesn't see you that way. I do. Okay, ew. That's really annoying. Oh my god, and then she's saying how she wants to cry. Ew, and he's like, why does it always have to be Conrad? And then he gets up and ditches her. Yuck. No, Jeremiah, what's that about? Okay, once again, I'm reminded that the show is a million times better. So obviously with Belly and Conrad, there's a stunning build up. In the book, they barely have any like romantic moments together. It's nearing the end of summer and she's like, you know, I just need to tell him. And then so she just goes up to him and then she's like, you're the only boy I've ever thought about my whole life. It's always been you. And then she gives this whole speech and she's like, I really love you. And I'm like, oh god, like this just came out of nowhere, it feels. And then he just replies saying, well, you shouldn't. I'm not the one. Sorry. And then she's like, I don't believe you. You like me too. I know it. Anyway, and then it's like this whole this whole fight. I'm definitely starting to get the vibes of this is too young now. But anyway, Jeremiah's like, what's going on? And then now they're having a fight and I think they're gonna like get into a fist fight or something. Blood. Oh god. Belly just found out that Susanna has cancer, and it seems like everyone knew except for Belly, which is obviously different to how it was in the show. I mean, honestly, good on Jenny Han. I feel like it'd be so fun to have like a book that you published so long ago turn into a show or a movie, because then you can like better it, and clearly she made it a million times better. Everything just happened so quickly, but obviously she had more time to develop things in the show. But yeah, the debutante thing is not happening, so I'm kind of thinking maybe the show, like season 1, is maybe books 1 and 2, because I think we're nearing the end of the first book and I feel like not a lot has happened. Okay, so Belly and Conrad just kissed, but it was not a fun first kiss. He's basically really sad about his mum, and then she's like, I wish I could kiss his pain away, and then he's obviously feeling really vulnerable and stuff, and then she just like grabs his neck. It says, he jerked forward the slightest motion, but I didn't take my hand away. I let it rest there. She kissed him, and then he breaks away. He's like, I'm sorry, it can't happen like this. It's like, in the show, Belly literally says like, I don't want to take advantage of you being vulnerable right now, sort of thing, which is the correct response. So I do not like this, but he says, I do think about you, you know that I just can't, can you just be here with me? Belly, Belly, Belly. Okay, so I just finished the first book, and that last chapter was definitely a cliffhanger, because basically it ends with just like her, Jeremiah and Conrad just like having fun in the pool. Like she just wanted to have like a fun end of the summer. There's like a time skip to like Christmas time, and Conrad drives like 5 hours to see her, and then he's like, are you still coming with me? And she's like, yes. And then it says, everything that happened this past summer and every summer before it has all led up to this, to now. What are you talking about? So yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. I was not expecting the first book to be like that. It definitely feels like not a lot happened. The characters are definitely not fleshed out, but I still really enjoyed it because of the fact I already know the characters from the show. If I hadn't already watched the show, I definitely would be like, no one cares. But because I have like a soft spot for these characters already, I was like picturing them while reading this, so I did really enjoy it, and it had that fun nostalgic feeling in the beginning especially. So I am gonna give it 3 stars, even though it's definitely like a 2-star vibe. But yeah, it was really different. Steven was like barely in it. The debutante ball didn't even happen. Very interesting. Okay, so I guess I'm now up to the second book. It's Not Summer Without You. Let's see how it starts. Oh! Okay, so Conrad and Belly are like fully together. It's like summertime, they're all hanging out and Conrad just goes and kisses her. And then Jeremiah's like, you guys need to go get a room. Oh, sorry, that was a dream. Wait, what? Conrad and I weren't together. Susanna is dead. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so basically Belly is spending the summer at home for the first time. So she's not going to cousins and Conrad has gone to college and they are kind of a thing, but it hasn't really been like defined. Basically, he just keeps calling her and like they're talking and stuff and it's cute. Okay, so this is a big yikes. Taylor is doing Belly's hair and she does like a little French braid and then like puts it over the top so it's like a crown sort of thing. And then she's like, I love your hair like this. You sort of look like a Native American. She's like, it's okay to laugh, you know. It's okay for you to have fun. Like, ew. Ew, Taylor sucks. So obviously Belly's really upset about Susanna and also like Conrad. She's like, oh, I'm not really in the mood to be here. I want to go home, like, because we're at a party. And then Taylor's like, okay, it's getting old. Like, you've been moping around for months. It's not healthy. Like, let her grieve in peace. Ew. Belly's like, we can't all be like you, Taylor. And she's like, you can try. Ew, how annoying. Interesting. So we're getting some perspectives from Jeremiah in this book apparently. Oh, I wonder if that's a way for us to get to like Jeremiah more, so then maybe they'll get together. Interesting. Okay, so they're at the funeral and then Belly sees Conrad with another girl, so she's obviously like upset about it. She's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt your little moment. Then he's like, oh, grow up. And then they kind of have like a fight and stuff. He's like, I knew it was a bad idea starting something with you. You're just a kid. It was a huge mistake. Anyway, it's just not the vibe. Oh, now Conrad has run away. Sorry. I hate Taylor. I was literally just reading this conversation that they're having and I'm thinking Taylor's the worst friend. And then Taylor says, I do need you, even if you are a terrible best friend. Are you kidding? Ew. And then she's like, is that what you're wearing? Oh my god, how annoying can you get? Ew. So Conrad is literally missing. His phone has been off for days. No one knows where he is. So Belly is going with Jeremiah to try and find him. And Taylor's like, oh my god, like, why are you even trying to find him? Like, you're not even a thing anymore. And she's like, well, I still care about him. She's like pissed that Belly's ditching her. And she's like, I'm very generous, even though you're totally deserting me. Like, he's literally missing. I also feel like Belly definitely doesn't even like Taylor. She always says, I feel a sudden rush of affection and nostalgia because we have a shared history and that counts for a lot. But I'm like, no offense. I always say how you should not settle even in friendships, and so many people do settle because of the shared history and because like, oh well, I've just known them forever. And that's definitely the case here. Like, she's not a good friend, Belly. This is a completely different vibe to the show. Like, literally me watching the show is just me having absolute happiness, loving life, and me reading these are now making me angry. Okay, so they found Conrad at Cousins, the beach house. He's actually there because his dad wants to sell the house, so he wants to save it because obviously he doesn't want the house to be sold. And yeah, it's really boring. Another thing I realized, I love triangle stories where it involves like two siblings. So like obviously Vampire Diaries, two brothers, no thank you. Like, because the thought of me and Penny, my sister, like fighting over someone, like just disgusting. Like, absolutely not. But in the show, obviously Jeremiah and Conrad are brothers, but I actually really liked how it was done because they were like still really close and I feel like they were quite respectful, you know, except when Jeremiah freaking did the fireworks thing. I don't know, I just feel like it didn't annoy me that much, but in the books they kind of like hate each other and it makes me sad. Like, they're not close at all, and like Jeremiah thinks Conrad is an asshole. It's just not the vibe. The books are not the vibe. Honestly, I don't know how they got popular. Like, obviously I guess I'm happy that they did because then the show was made and I love the show, but the books are the most bland piece of white bread.
Did they get popular though, or did Jenny Han just get a lot of cultural capital because the PS I Love You movies did so well on Netflix? So another studio would probably approach her being like, can we adapt your other series?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, because if you don't know, I love the two. Where are they?
They're on your own shelf. Their own shelf, I think. Oh.
Nah, exactly, you knowing better than me. Oh yes, I love the Two of the Boys I Loved Before series. That's amazing. These books. What's going on? Guys, I'm really not having fun, like... It's really not great. But anyway, I have a few things that I forgot to talk about. Belly found the infinity necklace that Conrad got for her, and she's like, oh, like obviously he got this for me because of the whole infinity thing that they talked about when they were younger. And in the show she finds it and then she's like, oh my god, and then she obviously puts it back. But in the book she just puts it on, and I'm like, that's so weird. Like imagine you just saw someone wearing something that you secretly got them. Anyway, just so random. Also, the characters just feel so much more immature, which makes sense. Like they're obviously young, like I get it, but in the show they just feel a lot more mature. But in the books, like all of them are getting on my nerves. And Jeremiah, because we have chapters from his perspective, it's really making me like him less and less. Like he's kind of not the vibe in the books. Like he's described as being like the same fun-loving, like carefree guy, but his actions and words don't really line up with that. Like he's really annoying and kind of mean. Okay, so I relocated to the bed and I'm still not having a great time, but we persevere. So basically when Belly went to find Conrad and stuff, she told her mum that she was going to stay at Taylor's, and obviously she wasn't. So her mum found out and she was pissed and they got into a fight, and then Belly says, I wish Susanna was my mother, not you. And then Laurel slaps Belly. Big yikes. Anyway, and then Jeremiah and Belly are kissing in the car, and Jeremiah's saying like, you know, I still like you, blah blah. And I just feel like every time Jeremiah and her kiss, like she's just kind of like, oh okay. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm dying to kiss you. It's kind of just like, oh well, you know, I do like you, so I guess, you know what I mean. So I just, and then Conrad sees them kissing and he's obviously like, okay. And so he's like, oh, so you like Jeremiah now? And she's like, I don't know, it doesn't matter to you if I do. She's wearing the infinity necklace, and then he finally talks about the necklace. He's like, if you like Jeremiah, why are you wearing my necklace? And she's like, I found it when we were packing up your dorm room. It doesn't mean anything. And then he's like, you know what it means. And I just love how he's just not even questioning like the fact she's wearing it. Oh wait, yeah, now he's saying, then give it back. And she's like, no. He's like, it's not yours, I never gave it to you, you just took it. Oh, exactly though, to this paragraph. That's when I finally got it. I finally understood. It wasn't the thought that counted, it was the actual execution that mattered, the showing up for somebody. The intent behind it wasn't enough. Not for me, not anymore. It wasn't enough to know that deep down he loved me. You had to actually say it to somebody, show them that you cared, and he just didn't. Not enough. Finally, some stunning words. So true. Ew, Conrad! He says, go to Jeremiah. He's the one who wants you. I don't. I never did. Ugh. Okay, so I just finished, and I actually forgot to mention that Mr. Fisher, Conrad, and Jeremiah's dad said that he wouldn't sell the house if Conrad went back to school and finished his exams and stuff, so it's all good. And Conrad says how he never meant that he never wanted her and stuff like that. Cool. Anyway, she's with Jeremiah, and she's kind of like content with her decision to be with Jeremiah because she's like, Conrad will never express his love for her in the way that she wants and needs. And then it says a couple years later, Belly in a white dress in the pouring rain, running for the car, him running ahead of me and opening the passenger door. And then he's like, are you sure? And then she says, no, the future is unclear, but it's still mine. So Jenny Han clearly loves a fun little cliffhanger moment at the end of the books. I'm up to the final book. Oh wait, I should probably give my rating. Overall, definitely didn't love the middle book. I was thinking of giving it 1 star at a point, which may be too low. Like I didn't like despise it, but I definitely didn't love it. So maybe 2 stars, or maybe it's like 1.5 stars. Like it really wasn't good in my opinion. Like there wasn't, yeah, maybe it is 1 star because there's like nothing that I enjoyed about it except for that one paragraph that I read out. Yeah, I think it's 1 star. It was definitely a chore to get through. I'm hoping that I will like the last one more. The last one is We'll Always Have Summer. Ooh, this is a fun moment. There comes a moment in every girl's life when she must make an impossible choice. Do or die, all or nothing. For Belly, that moment is now. For once and for all, will it be Conrad or Jeremiah? Okay, well, let's finish this. So Belly is with Jeremiah and they've been together for 2 years. I was not expecting that, but I feel like she'll definitely end up with Conrad, like surely. I'm literally going to vomit. I was wondering how they would break up because obviously I knew that there was going to be the inevitable breakup and then she would like go back to Conrad. Anyway, I didn't realize it would happen in freaking chapter 4. Belly finds out from someone that Jeremiah hooked up with this girl called Lacey on spring break when they were broken up for a week. And she confronts him about it and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, like it just happened, to which men love to say it just happened. Are you not in control of your decisions? And he reveals that they actually slept together as well.
Absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
We're just actually reading.
Are you reading? Exactly. Also, I love how you said that literally like 1 second after you finished talking. What?
N.
I can't with this right now. Obviously Belly was pissed and they didn't talk for 3 days, and then they decided to meet up. She was like, how can I ever trust you again? And he was like, we could get married. Like, what? That's not the solution. And he's like, you're the only girl for me. Like, you know, these days without you has made me realize, like, oh my gosh, she literally says, yes, I'll marry you. If we could just get through this storm, we will make it. We'd made mistakes, I too, but we loved each other, and that was what mattered. Unfortunately, love is not enough in relationships. You need to have the trust, you need to have the good communication. There's so many factors that go into it. Yeah. Oh my god, Frederick just turned the camera off. Anyway, there are so many things that go into a relationship and a marriage, which apparently they're gonna get married, which I doubt it. Like, obviously they're gonna break up before then, I think, but I'm definitely feeling like the hag reading a YA now. Like, no. Oh, and Belly also said how she's kind of been keeping a secret from Jeremiah because she's been secretly thinking about Conrad, and like he's been in her heart this whole time and stuff. Like, she's clearly in love with Conrad. She's just trying to force the Jeremiah thing. Okay, so we got a Conrad perspective chapter, which was fun. And basically he revealed that he's still in love with Belly. And I just know they're gonna end up together, which I'm happy about because I love them. Although, not really in the books. But anyway, Jeremiah and Belly announced to everyone that they were getting married, and all the adults were like, absolutely not, like, you're too young, blah blah. I'm like, no, but we're in love. Like, anyway, Belly's mum like kicks her out. Jeremiah says that Belly can stay at Cousins. Conrad is also staying at Cousins. And Jeremiah's like, oh, I wish I could stay with you, but Jeremiah has an internship, so he can't. So obviously he's a bit nervous about them spending all this time together, but I'm excited because that means they're going to realize that they obviously should be together. But I'm nervous for Jeremiah's pain, even though I don't really care about Jeremiah, like book Jeremiah. Not this. We're in a Conrad perspective chapter, and it says, he was marrying my girl and I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to watch it happen because he was my brother, because I promised. Take care of him, Connie, I'm counting on you, which is what his mum said to him. Oh no. Team Conrad Fisher. Now I'm passionate about it. Okay, so they're doing all these wedding errands, so Conrad is helping Belly with that. So they're spending lots of time together, and then Conrad talks to Laurel, Belly's mum, to convince her to come to the wedding shower, because obviously they're not like speaking and stuff. So she comes, and he actually doesn't even tell Belly, but Belly finds out from someone else that Conrad did that for her, so she was like, anyway. And then Conrad goes to Jeremiah's like bachelor party. He finds out that Jeremiah slept with that girl, and he's obviously furious. And then he tells Belly because he assumes Belly doesn't know, and she's like, already know. And he's like, what the hell, like, why are you still with him? Anyway, and then he says like, I love you. And then she's like, no, you're just saying this now because I'm getting married. She's like trying to walk away, and then he wraps his arms around her, and then she's like, let go. She's like struggling to get out, and like he still won't let go. And then he's like, wait. And then she's like, if you don't let go of me, I'm going to scream. Ew, what is this? And then he's like, hear me out just for a minute. This is not the vibe. He's saying like, I fucked up, I didn't sleep at all I do is think about you, I love you, but I knew I shouldn't. He says, don't marry him, don't be with him, be with me. Oh gosh. She's like, no, we can't be together, I love Jeremiah, he's always treated me so well, even though no offense, he literally cheated. But anyway, she says how she like loves them both. Oh. Okay, so I'm really near the end. Belly tells Jeremiah about Conrad admitting his feelings and everything. Jeremiah's like, oh my gosh, you're only marrying me to like erase your feelings for my brother. And then he kind of like runs away. Anyway, Conrad tries to find him and tries to talk to him. They obviously get into a fight. And he's like, you're dead to me, like, you're not my brother anymore, you're never gonna see me again, you're never gonna see Belly again. Conrad goes to Belly, gives her the infinity necklace back, and then he's like, I need you to know that no matter what happens, it was worth it to me, being with you, loving you, it was all worth it. I wish you both the best, take good care of each other. Okay, so I just finished. And I'm very happy to be finished because obviously I have not been enjoying especially the last 2 books. But basically Belly and Jeremiah decided to call off the wedding breakup because Jeremiah was like, I know you still love Conrad. And then Belly actually like moves to Spain for a bit, she has some fun. Conrad writes her letters and they end up getting married when she's like 24 or something. And there's like a really sweet letter from Susanna Yeah, so that was the ending. Really underwhelming, especially because it wasn't even stated if Conrad and Jeremiah are okay. Like, I need to know that they're okay. Like, is Jeremiah heartbroken? Is he like not talking to Conrad? Like, how am I supposed to be happy with that ending? Like, obviously, like, I guess I'm happy that Conrad and Belly are together, but like a lot of the series is Belly with Jeremiah. Like, obviously the second book, that's a huge thing, and then like the third book is like all about them planning their wedding. Like, no offense, it's not fun. I was not expecting this. I could tell from the show and stuff that like it would be Conrad as endgame, but I didn't expect it to be so much Jeremiah, you know? I was gonna say that the books did the characters dirty, but obviously the books came out before the show. The characters are not fun in the books. In the show, literally love like nearly all the characters. Like, it is so fun. And like, yes, Stephen, he's barely in it. The debutante ball didn't even happen in the books. Obviously Stephen's girlfriend wasn't in the books. The fun volleyball tournament was not in the books, although that was such a funny scene in the show. Like, Penny and I were cracking up because we were like, okay, is Belly literally losing feelings for Jeremiah because he's sucking at volleyball, and then because Conrad's good at volleyball, like, are we supposed to be like, yeah, this is why they are meant to be? So the show, so fun. We'll be rewatching multiple times. The books, no thank you. Very glad that I finished reading them, and to be honest, felt a little torturous to read at times. So the last book is also 1 star. So the first book, Somewhere Turned Pretty, 3 out of 5 stars, but like I said, a lot of that rating was to do with the fact that I already have this connection to the characters, so it was a fun moment. And also I think another reason why I really enjoyed it, especially in the beginning, is because I hadn't read a YA contemporary in so long, so it was kind of fun to be back in that world. And also I just am a sucker for like the beach, water, the earth, so all those descriptions were really stunning. So yeah, objectively definitely a 2-star book, well, in my opinion. The second book, It's Not Summer Without You, 1 star. The third book, We'll Always Have Summer, 1 star. But the ranking would be The Somewhere Turned Pretty, We'll Always Have Summer, and then It's Not Summer Without You. Yeah, wow. I didn't think I was going to like love the books, but I thought it would be a fun, silly, goofy time. I didn't expect to absolutely hate it. Like, literally the writing, no thank you. The characters were not developed, like the story was not the vibe, like everything about it, honestly. But it's really nice to have read this because obviously I was curious about what happened to the characters, and I'm really curious to see like the changes that they make for season 2, which I hope there are a lot of changes. And also it's really nice to see how much Jenny Han has grown as a writer, because obviously this was published ages ago and her newest series, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, is a million times better. And I love that series. You know, she's definitely grown a lot, and love you, Jenny Han, even though I really did not like these books. So overall, highly recommend the show, do not recommend the books. And those who messaged me saying that they think I'm gonna hate the books, you were right. But thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Thank you so much once again to Casetify for sponsoring this video. If you want to get 15% off your entire order, you can go to casetify.com/bookswithchloe. If you're looking for more content from me, I have a Patreon where I upload extra content like extra reading vlogs. We do a monthly live show, we do a monthly buddy read, etc. I have all my socials linked below, including my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/gamewithchloe, and that is where I stream games and just chatting. I am exhausted, I'm gonna go to sleep. Hope you're all having a good day or night, and I will see you in my next video.